What's good, people? Welcome to another episode of the Privi Experience. Your host, Duce the Privilege, along with my guest host.
Kadi, how's everybody doing today?
Yes, and we got a special guest in the building, legendary Fredro Starr from the legendary group Onyx. Make some noise.
What's poppin'? What's good?
Yes. Welcome, man. I want to thank you for being here. Last night we met at the Wu-Tang event. I got a chance to just speak to you like, oh shit, somebody I grew up on walked in the building, and we chopped it up real briefly. You showed love immediately, and I asked you about doing an interview, and I'm gonna keep it real. I wasn't expecting to be here today this fast. Like, you hit me this morning like, yo, what's up?
You know why? Because I gotta bounce tomorrow. Listen, if we don't get it done right now, and then the crazy thing is when you sent the address, my hotel is like 5 minutes away, so it's like kind of meant to be. It wasn't like I was all the way uptown somewhere. So everything is falling in line. Everything, happens like that.
Yes. Definitely falling in line. I want to jump right into it because you have a very good career, and I think that especially out of the artists that come from your era, I feel like you probably had one of the better careers in the sense that you did the music thing. You was well known for that, and then I think that you may have gotten to the point where like you might have been more known for film than music. To a certain audience.
Well, yeah, definitely, because film is different. You know what I'm saying? Being on TV, you're gonna reach different people. Doing movies, you're gonna reach, but it's all the same though. It's all for the culture.
Yes.
Everything I've ever did, every movie was for the culture.
So before we get into the movies, because I want to start from the beginning. So what I want to know, a lot of people are familiar with you and Sticky, but we know that there's about 4 members of Onyx.
Well,
right?
Yeah. Onyx started out with 4 members, correct.
Tell us how Onyx started and who it started with.
Started in Southside Jamaica.
Okay.
Jamaica, Queens, you know what I'm saying? 4 dudes on the block, just wanted to be rappers, looking at Slick Rick, Big Daddy Kane, and all those dudes like, yo, I want to be like that, you know what I mean? I want to be hip-hop. We did the breakdancing, the graffiti, tried the DJ, that ain't work for me. So we got to the mic, and when I got to the mic, that was it. I was like, yo, I got to be a rapper. We all was kind of solo artists. We all wanted to be, and then we just came together and made a group. Big DS, rest in peace, came up with the name Onyx. It was Onyx by Onyx. He kept saying Onyx by Onyx. We just cut it down to Onyx. Rest in peace to Big DS. And then we just met Jam Master Jay from Run DMC. Once we met Jam Master Jay, from Run DMC, he the godfather of hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? He gave Run DMC the whole swag. That's why Adidas right now is a $1 billion industry because of Jam Master Jay. You know what I'm saying? He was the one who said, let's rock the Adidas with the no laces. You know what I'm saying? Not Run, not D. It was Jam Master Jay. So he put us on. He gave us all that flavor.
Rest in peace to him and
he gave us the logo. He said, yo, you dudes want to be rappers? Come with a logo. First album, he gave us a lot of gems, a lot of ways to come at the industry. And then when we came out, first album, double platinum. You know what I'm saying? We helped Def Jam get out of a hole. They was down in a hole 40 mil. When they signed Onyx and Warren G and Redman and Method Man, we helped elevate their deal to 80 million. You know what I'm saying? From Universal. If you notice, our first album was on Sony Records. The second album was on Universal because they got a new bag. Because we put the label on our back. We put the Def Jam jackets on our back, running around on tour with the Def Jam jackets. So
what was that like coming up in the time? Because back then in the 90s, like, it was real competitive. But one thing, it was a lot of artists that was coming out, and everybody was different. See, like now, you hear a lot of the artists, they sound the same. A lot of people chasing the sound. In the 90s, in the golden era, and I think that's a part of what made it the golden era, everybody sounded different, but was still able to get their shine on. Yeah. So how was that like competitive-wise? And
that's why the first album was called Back the Fuck Up. We had to find a way to come out. You had, Cypress Hills was killing it, Killing Man. Daz Effects was coming out the sewer. Naughty by Nature had OPP and all this shit. And then we was coming up. We was next in line. So we was like, how we gonna bypass all these niggas? These niggas is doing it. So we came up with the Back the Fuck Up. That was that whole vibe. Once we got the vibe for the album, then everything fell into place.
Nice. So the original founding members, Big DS,
Suave, Sticky Fingers,
Sticky, and you.
Yeah.
Let me ask.
I'm sorry.
Are you and Sticky related?
Yeah, it's my little cousin.
Oh, okay.
2 years older than him. His mother, my mother, sisters. My mother, I think my mother's older than his mother too.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
Dang.
So
big sis, big cousin.
That's the dynamic of me and Sticky in the group.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And what about everybody else? Are the other two, Big DS, were they related? And
Nah, nobody else was related. we were just related by just street brothers. You know what I'm saying? My brothers growing up. You know, sometimes your family is not related in no blood. Sometimes your brother is no blood kin to you, but that's your brother. You know what I'm saying? These are the guys you go out for, the guys you make it happen with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we was all brothers.
Nice.
What year did you guys release the second project?
The second project, All We Got Is Us, that was in 96.
96. And the
Yeah.
first one was
93.
93. What year did you get a Moesha?
96.
96,
Oh,
okay.
awesome.
And was that your, because I don't remember the exact timeline, was that your first major role in film?
That was in a film. That was a TV show.
I mean, well,
No, how I got the job from Moesha was I did a movie called Sunset Park.
oh, so Sunset Park was, okay.
So Sunset Park
Sunset
was
Park,
the
what
movie.
time
Yeah,
is
exactly.
it?
Shorty Doo-Wop.
Get live, time to represent.
You know, I guess Brandy saw Sunset Park and she requested that guy
Oh, wow.
to, you know, I was up against a couple of guys, a couple of rap guys that was gonna play that role, and you know, it fell in my direction.
Now, was when you decided to get into acting, right? Was the people?
I didn't decide to get into acting.
So how you got into Sunset Park? Let's go there.
I got into Strap first with
Okay.
Forrest Whitaker. That was my first movie. We was in Def Jam. We was in the office. Russell Simmons was like, "Yo, my friend Forrest Whitaker is shooting a movie. It's a street movie. I think y'all should go in there." So he sent Onyx in there. You know, we got the little paper, you know, reading. We all, me, Big D, everybody's in there. I saw Q-Tip in there too. A lot of rappers was auditioning for that role. So I went in there. Jackie Brown was the casting director. Piece of Jackie Brown, because without her, I wouldn't be here.
Oh, wow.
So Jackie Brown was the casting director. So we all took our times to go in and read for the part. I read for the part, and then they told me, come back tomorrow. You know, I told my niggas, yo, they want me to come back tomorrow. Them niggas was like, word? Damn, you know what I'm saying? But listen, and once I knew that I had a call back, I took it serious. That's when I was like, oh shit. I took a train to the audition because I didn't want to drive out of car at the time, but I took a train, and I remember the whole train ride, I'm just like going over my script, people looking at me like I'm crazy and shit. I go for the second time, I meet Forrest Whitaker, and I meet Bokeem, and then they put us in a room together. We did audition, stayed there for hours, and then the last two people was me and Bokeem. And the funny thing about it is, in Strap, if you watch Strap, I had Bokeem's role. Bokeem had my role. He was the gun seller. He was Bamboo, and I was playing his role. But like in the ninth inning, Forrest Whitaker was like, I guess we was rehearsing, and he was like, yo, hold up. Can we switch the roles up one time? We switched
See
up.
how that worked.
Yeah, and then he was like, so now I got his roles. Yo, Daquan, what's up, man? You know what I mean? Once I did, he was like, hold up, this is, and that's how he flipped it. But he
Right.
knew he had his two actors, and that was the first acting gig. I never took acting classes.
That's fire. So how long after that did Clockers come about?
I did that, Strap, and then Sticky. Yo, funny thing, Sticky is in Strap. Yo, if you watch Strap, there's a lot of rappers in it. Daz Effects is in Strap, Kumo D, Moni Love.
I gotta go back.
Moni
Yeah,
Love,
for
I'm gonna
real.
keep it up. Moni Love, Daz Effects, Yo-Yo, Busta Rhymes. There's a lot of rappers in Strap. Forrest Whitaker had his, you know what I'm saying? That's a hip hop movie. And Jam Master Jay was able to parlay the whole Onyx album into the soundtrack. We had like 6 joints off the Back the Fuck album on the movie score for Strap. So
That's
Jay
what's up.
Jay was ahead of his time. If Jay was still here, Jay would probably be bigger than Dr. Dre.
Wow.
It might have been Jam Master Jay headphones and not Beats by Dre. Because he was always thinking like he was innovative.
ahead.
He was
Yeah.
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 You know what I'm saying? They took one of the good ones, man. But yeah, that's how I started with the acting. Clockers happened right after Strap. Spike Lee was like, yo, I want you dudes to come in and audition. We went and audition, and me and Sticky both got the part. So now, me and Sticky, my cousin, growing up, from Brooklyn, now we in a movie together. Together.
Dope.
You getting the check, I'm getting the check, we on the set chilling.
That's
So
fire.
that was kind of like ill, like, because the first one, it was just me. He had a cameo. So
Right.
the second one, we both got in the movie, and that's how he got into acting.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's a blessing. Talk to me about your experience touring, Because I know you toured Europe a lot, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What's some of the favorite places?
The first tour was with Brand Nubian.
Okay.
We went across the country in a minivan. They had a minivan, we had a minivan. And Brand Nubian, Brand Nubian's hot at the time too. You know what I'm saying? We was opening for them. And,
you just said a minivan. That just registered. Not a
minivan.
van, a minivan.
We went across America in a minivan, bro. Like that.
You know what a minivan is?
Yes.
You remember what the minivan used to look like? I had one of those in a recent year.
Minivan, bro.
Looking ones?
That's the grind though. Before you get the tour buses, everybody did the minivans. I don't care who they are. I don't care what rapper. They all did the minivan first.
That's the work.
So during that tour, we learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? How to be self-efficient, how to get up and go, and that was kind of like our first go around at touring. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Then after that, we went on a Chronic tour with Snoop, Dr. Dre, and them.
How did that
with Run DMC? Now that was a big tour. We had the tour bus. We on tour with Dr. Dre and them. They got the $1 million show every night. Snoop Dogg is killing them.
What year is this?
This is 93, 94. Like right around like end of 93. Okay. We was already double platinum. Run DMC was on tour with us, which was a good thing. Because they brought the old flavor. So the Chronic tour, it got cut short because one of Snoop homeboys thought it was cool to kidnap the van from the hotel.
Oh my.
Like they wanted to go out and party and shit.
Man.
And the van driver was like, nah, we ain't going. They was like, nigga, shut the fuck up. They threw the nigga in the back, took the nigga to the party.
Oh man.
And then we woke up in the morning, it was mad police, and then that was the end of the tour, bro. We did like six states. Boss was on a tour too. Female rapper named Boss, she was on the tour. Yeah, so that was we learned. And that tour we learned because we just did a big merch deal and we couldn't sell our merch. We got stuck with our merch. That was crazy.
You can't. It's certain people you gotta leave home. Everybody can't go.
Everybody who got an album called "Everybody Can't Go." I think it's Benny the Butcher, right? Perfect line. Yeah.
Everybody can't go. Shout out to Benny.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Right.
What do you think about Griselda in terms of like, cause they kind of represent the era you come from, and it's stuff I grew up on.
Motherfuckers is dope.
You feel they represent it well?
I got up on them niggas early in the game. Static Selector was playing they shit early. And he was playing West Side Gun first. And I heard that shit. I was like, yo, this shit, it giving me like a Raekwon feel. Like, that early Wu-Tang feel. The beats was slow and shit. And then we was in Russia. I took the tape to Russia. We playing pool with the Russians and shit. They playing, we got West Side Gun playing in the back. They was like, yo. So, we was up on that shit early. But they kind of brought the culture back to where real rap was cool to rap again. And then the 50 years of hip hop was like right kind of like after it. So now hip hop is really back to where, not like the trap music is going anywhere, because trap music, they created a genre of music and we had to suffer for 20 years. East Coast artists, we had to suffer for 20 years. Like what East Coast artists had a real deal in the last 20 years? You can name them on one hand. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s, it was everybody had deals from the East Coast. All New York, all real rap. But now it's coming back.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's so different with the deals now. I kind of feel like artists don't really want what artists traditionally used to want. Like nowadays, a lot of artists just want the look, you know what I'm saying? And some artists, they just want the look to go and do other things.
Right.
So the music is not really, it's not what's most important to a lot of people anymore. Like some people just want to be an artist so they could get the looks to make money. You know what I'm saying? Back then I feel like more artists was in it for the art.
But I think it's back to that.
Well, social media plays a part in that though.
I think it's back to that. You know what I'm saying? I think how we learned off hip hop, I think it's coming back to that. You know what I'm saying? You got this kid D1. He's he letting everybody have it. Like, yo, you ain't gotta keep promoting this shit. Y'all gotta, keep it real with these kids. And, I think his statement alone is kind of part of what's needs to happen in hip hop. Not him alone, but it's part of the solution of getting back to real rap. Because we learned from hip hop. Hip hop taught me, taught everybody that we grew up with. When Rakim said, "Don't eat swine," I ain't eat no swine no more. You know what I'm saying? We learned so much things from hip hop and hip hop artists and what they had to bring to the table. like I said, trap music and drill music, it's not going nowhere. But I think mainstream is getting back to real rap again. And, you know, Griselda was definitely part of the start of that. Shout to Conway the Machine, Benny, all them. Because when they see us, they give it up. You know what I'm saying? We see Westside give it up. See Conway give it up. I was with Conway. This nigga rapped the whole verse of the song we got called Face Down on the Pavement. I'm like, damn, this nigga knew the whole shit. You know, and that right there is just things that you respect. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when we in the studio making them records, we don't know who's going to be affected by it, you know what I'm saying, or who's going to hear it or how they going to take it, you know what I'm saying? And it just, it's respectable when you see one of your peers respect what you doing word by word. So, yeah, shout to them dudes.
I feel like artists of a certain caliber, like yours, like Benny, I feel like y'all rap for other rappers. Like y'all rappers. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like y'all the type of artists that rap for the audience. It's not really for the audience. It's really for the lyricists.
It's
for your
competitive.
there you go.
It's
for the people that's on your level. It's like, yo, I'm doing this. What you doing over there? You like this? I like that. Now I'm doing this. Like still sharp and still kind of thing. I like that.
We from the wordplay era. We from the 90s. Like, you know, Nas, G-Rap, you know, EPMD. You know, the 80s and the 90s was all about lyrics, man. When Rakim came out, he changed everything. You know what I'm saying? He changed everything. It was no looking back after that. It was like, step your shit up, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no more ABC rapping about cats and dogs and shit. Niggas, let's get really with the wordplay, the phrases.
The similes, the metaphors.
Yeah, and then it goes different places. The Lil Waynes and Drakes, they took it. The J. Cole's and... You know, it's hip hop has been in a good place.
Yeah, J. Cole is bringing it back, definitely. Like,
yeah, J. Cole, he stayed in his lane.
He been on his run lately, like just killing them features, and his wordplay is serious.
I don't drink, brother. Yeah, okay. I smoke a lot of weed.
Got you. We can't do that in here, but after this.
Yeah.
So what's next for you?
Oh man, we got a booking company. We booking artists overseas. Honey Mad is my label. Do Symphonic Records. We just did a nice little deal with those guys to
congratulations.
Curate real rap. So we have a home at Symphonic Distribution. Getting into a little bit of real estate. Nice. Just right now, I'm in the Lower East Side looking for a place to open up a Onyx headquarters. I love the Lower East Side, Beastie Boys and all that's from out here, and you know I think our music transcends to the Lower East Side. Even though we from Queens, we represent that Lower East Side culture of hip hop. Nice. You know, we brought slam dancing and hip hop. So all these guys you see slam dancing now, the Little Uzi Verts, the Suicide Boys, the ASAP Rockies, they all having fun. We started that shit.
What made y'all do that though? Like, how that came about? Because that just wasn't something that was being done in
it was pressure. We handed in our album to Def Jam. We thought we was fucking, yo, the album is dope. We had Throw Your Gun, Shifty, all that shit. Yeah, we walking around putting our feet on the table and Def Jam, all that type of shit. And then Leo Cohen, president of Def Jam, was like, you motherfuckers ain't got no single. You ain't got no radio record. Mike Kaiser at the time was doing radio. Mike Kaiser's like the head of fucking one of these record labels. He was just doing radio at the time. He was like, yo, you guys got to come with a radio record. So Mike Kaiser, shout to Mike Kaiser, shout to Leo. Without those dudes, that record wouldn't be here. So when we had that pressure, we think, damn, how we going to come at this shit with a single? So, you know, Shy Skills, rest in peace, the first producer of Back the Fuck Up. He died, fentanyl poison. Kids out there, man, no drugs, man. The fentanyl shit is crazy, man. Stop it. Just stop it, man. Anyway, Shy Skills came with the beat for Slam, and I didn't like it. I thought it was too commercial, you know, I thought it was too, whatever. But everybody else liked it, so, okay, now we got the beat, so what we gonna put on this motherfucker? So we like looking at MTV, you know what I'm saying? Crisscross telling motherfuckers to jump. House of Pain had Jump Around. Then we saw a video by this group called Nirvana, called Smells Like Teen Spirit. And rest in peace to Kurt Cobain from that group. And we fell in love with that video. And they were slam dancing in the video, and it was just a fun thing. So we was like, yo, why don't we bring this vibe to hip hop? So once we figured it out. Okay, we're gonna make a record called Slam. We put it together. There was this.
That was my shit.
There was
too.
this record called
Slam.
Really the
Let
origin,
the boys be boys.
all that shit, man. Then it was a breakbeat like Tramp. Tramp.
Word.
That was a breakbeat. We kind of blended that in with the chorus and just now we going somewhere. So now we got one of the most, I would say, licensed record in hip hop. I swear to God, I just got an email today. Slam has been licensed in over 10,000 platforms because when we made Slam, we didn't think about basketball. But basketball thought about us. So ESPN and all these sports channels is...
Every time somebody dunk, Slam!
So they like, not even the Slam dancing as far as mosh pits, but it went, now we into sports. So now we on NBA 2K. Major League Baseball video games, and a whole bunch of other video games. The record is the record that keeps on giving. That record my kids could live off that record.
Now,
one record.
Was that something that, because I know a lot of this stuff became new, like having songs and video games and the streaming and all of that. How does that affect you, like with the with royalties and the publishing and all of that? Like, does the label pay? Like, do you get some of that or no?
What?
Or they keep all of that?
What? Do we get some of it? Of course.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
so you just
Nah, because there's some
get
people that don't.
Shout to Universal Publishing.
Okay.
We got the biggest publishing company in the world.
Nice.
For 30 years, and they've been working. They worked the record. We even did a progressive commercial. That progressive commercial raked in like, bro.
So what separates you guys from everybody else when it comes to
I'm sorry.
business?
Before we get to that, because I don't want to skip over one thing. You mentioned that you got a company that puts artists on tours. Is that independent artists or is that artists who were out before?
Well, any artist.
Any artists? Okay.
What's
the name of it again?
100 Mad.
100 Mad.
100 Mad. We got the label and booking company.
Okay.
Booking company. Shout to Perry Papadakos. So artists want to go overseas, Germany, France, Europe.
Y'all hear that? Tap in.
We tap in.
I'm sorry.
Well, I wanted to know business-wise, what separated you guys from everybody else? The fact that you've been in this industry for so long and you still have good things to say, especially being able to get your royalties.
Where he's not angry at all. Like,
Yeah,
he's not disgruntled. He's happy.
We're going to renegotiate. After 30 years, you want to renegotiate to get more of your royalties. And when you can survive that long in life, because a lot of people not here right now, and we are survivors, you know what I mean? So if you can survive the 30 years, you can renegotiate. So what separates us is just responsibility. I have family, kids, things I need to take care of. I want to stay fly, you know what I'm saying? So I get up and get my ass outside, you know what I'm saying? And it's just one day. Life is one day. You just go to sleep and wake up. Don't think it's every day. It's one long day. It's one long grind. It's a 30-year day so far. Like, it's been keep going, Sometimes you have ups and downs, but your fans keep you alive. When you just walk down the streets of New York City and niggas say what up to you, they recharge your battery. I think the fans keep you interested and passionate in what you're doing because you're getting a reaction. So when you go on tour, you performing, that feeling that you get from the crowd, because it recharges your battery like a Tesla. You got to keep getting charged up.
You're doing it, and it giving you what you want from it.
Right.
So it makes you want to do more.
Exactly. Keeps you passionate.
You did Law and Order, right?
Couple times.
Yeah, sure did.
I feel like
I think I had my first sex scene on TV in Law and Order. I swear. I don't know that that what that episode was, but I felt very uncomfortable. And that was a word. I swear to God, somebody got to find that episode.
I feel like everybody.
Look it up. I'm sure I've seen it because I love me some Law and Order.
I feel like most people. I feel like Law and Order is the SOBs of acting. Because
you gotta run through there.
Yeah, anybody that's somebody,
everybody
has been on Law and Order. Anybody that's somebody in acting.
What's my man who died that played in Wakanda, Black Panther? I saw his scene
What's his
on Law
name?
and Order.
His name is not T'Challa. What's
Chad.
Chad Bowick?
Yeah, great actor. He was on Law and Order.
Well, wow, I never seen him.
I think I seen him.
Wow.
Like you said,
I
everybody.
wouldn't be surprised.
Everybody got to go through.
Everybody goes through Law and
I
Order.
wonder if Denzel went through Law and Order.
Probably. We might be able to find that.
Law and Order in what, 1990?
Nah.
That's why I'm like, hell no, right?
Nah, it's probably like 98, 97, 87, 6 around it. Yeah. But yeah, Law and Order was CSI, all those joints.
It was like the entry shows.
Yeah.
But Law and Order is the longest running series on TV, second to and I think they beat them now because they stopped airing. Jerry Springer.
And Ice-T, hip hop, has been there the whole time. You know why? Because he's bringing the culture with him.
Yeah, Ice-T is the
Shout to
man.
Ice-T.
You know, he just dropped some new music too.
Shout to Ice. That's my OG. That's my big bro. We have great conversations when I see him. Always uplifting.
And a lot of people don't know, Ice-T is from Jersey. Ice-T is from the East Coast originally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ice-T is that dude. I remember the first time I moved to L.A., Ice-T, we was hanging in his crib all the time. He opened up his house to us. He was like, yo, y'all dudes, whatever y'all want to do, the studio's here, just don't look at my wife. Just like that. I was like, all right. I got you. And that's the respect.
Did you move out there when you started doing Moesha?
Yeah, I moved out there. Exactly. I was doing Moesha. I moved out there, and then Snoop Dogg put me on to some shit called Chronic, and then I fell in love with the weed, the weather, and then I became a resident of California. But I'm moving back to New York. The energy in New York is so great. I can't do California. I love Cali, but it's time to bring it back home. We're looking for headquarters in Lower East Side right now. Meeting with a lot of real estate guys right now at the time.
I do real estate too.
Really?
Yes.
So we're looking for some nice spots in Lower East Side. We're gonna open up the headquarters.
Okay.
Move back to the East Coast, man.
All right.
That's fire, man. Like it's dope to see you stand the test of time, you know, and just continue to elevate. You know what I'm saying? Super dope. How long did you live in Cali? Was it since you moved back when you was doing that show? You been out there since?
Since '96.
Oh wow.
I moved back and forth. I moved to Europe for a year. Moved back to New York, but yeah, I wasn't even in Germany.
Oh.
I was living in Connecticut for about a year.
Okay.
Hartford, Connecticut. I was working with Steve Marcano. He had a production company out there. We was doing an animation project. I was out there doing that shit for about a year, freezing. So, you know, I've been moving around America, moving around the world. But New York there's no better city than New York. The energy is amazing. You know.
Was there any did you come across any issues or any kind of tensions living in Cali, being from New York, or was it mostly love and all good?
Nah, I was in Cali through the whole East Coast West Coast shit.
Did that affect you in any way? Did you have any trouble moving around?
I was in a club with the New York hat, with the New York license plates. Nigga, I ain't give a fuck. And guess what? The Cali niggas ain't give a fuck either. Niggas ain't give a fuck about that East Coast West Coast shit. You know, it was just. I'm a real person. I get outside. At that time, I was outside too. You know, and I was, Jam Master Jay had a lot of L.A. connections.
And ties,
So
okay.
we was good.
Gotcha.
We was good. We was tied in with them niggas. You know what
You
I'm
was tied in with who you need to be tied in with.
Yeah, I was with the niggas laying niggas down.
Okay.
And we even got laid down. You know, we got laid down, but it's about getting up. Nobody got murdered. Nobody got shot. We got laid down and we gave it up. See, you got to know how to get robbed. A lot of niggas don't know how to get robbed. When it's time to give it up, it's time to give it up. You know what I mean? You got to know this shit is real. Niggas ain't playing out here, man.
You got to pick and choose your battles.
So many niggas, if they just gave it up, would be here right now. Because jewelry or whatever they want is replaceable. You can't replace your life. And a lot of times, niggas,
and it don't even be the. I was about to say it be the ego. It don't even be the jewelry itself. It be the ego.
It be like niggas, the egos come into play, and then, niggas try your hand, and fuck that, and but you gotta know how to move in life. Period. No matter L.A., anywhere you go.
Yeah.
Shit, I did 2 movies in Chicago, Light It Up and Save the Last Dance. I was in Chicago 3 months at a time, both times, no problems. And I was outside. You know why? Because I was moving with the right people. You just got to know how to move and have the right timing. You got to know when to leave the club. You know how many times I left the club like, it's time to go, man. You hear about that shit getting shot up.
It's funny you said
timing,
that.
Nigga. I got good timing so far. I'm not going to keep it real.
It's a fact. Word.
No.
That's what's up. So tell us more about what's next. Aside from you moving, getting the headquarters in New York, once that's here, once that's set up, what does it look like? What's the next moves for you?
So once we set the headquarters up, we're going to do the Onyx podcast.
Okay.
It's a lot of podcast money. We need to get some of that. And Sticky, with his views and my views at a podcast talking about current events, I'm sure it will get views. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So we're gonna do that, and the merch is going crazy. We just launched the merch with a new company. So yeah, everybody go on 100mad.com, get your merch. It will get there on time. You know what I'm saying?
So is it 100mad.com or
Yeah.
okay?
100mad.
There we go.
We got like I said, we got distribution through Symphonic Records. We're putting out a lot of things through Symphonic. Working with a lot of great artists. Ricky Batts in the building.
Salute.
Working with
Shout out, Ricky.
doing beats with Ricky Batts. Produced his whole album. One of his albums. He got a lot of albums. This dude is he's next up. You know what I'm saying? But he's been in the game for a minute, not just some new nigga that's next up. You know, this is groundwork.
I don't think we ever met in person, but I've definitely heard your name over the years.
Yeah,
frequently.
So I produced his album and just working, man. Working with a lot of new artists.
So when you say produce, making beats.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know I produced the whole second album, basically. All We Got Is Us album, which was Last Days, which was an 8 Mile soundtrack, 8 Mile movie, The Last Days, niggas rapping over my shit. So
that's fire.
the check is crazy. The 8 Mile check is crazy for Last Days.
Shit.
Last Days is almost like up there with Slam, but Slam is just on another level. But yeah, that 8 Mile shit, Eminem, shout to Eminem.
Yeah, Last Days, I think I might have did something on Last Days.
Everybody
myself.
rapped on that. That's one of those beats. So yeah, I produced that, and I stopped doing beats for a minute, but got back into the passion of doing beats again, and that's my sound. That's my sound.
Oh yeah, I gotta talk to you, man. I need a Fredro beat, man. I need one of those.
You know, I was inspired. You know, niggas like RZA, you know, Alchemist, Primo, Large Professor, which I'm actually gonna check out tonight.
I'd be impressed by artists that could do both really well, rap and make beats.
Yes.
That's very impressive.
Havoc from Mobb Deep. These are the producers I like. You know what I mean? I'm from that Ninth Wonder, Derringer.
That's like pretty much the boom bap. That's all boom bap.
All boom bap niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sure I left a few people out. Kid Capri got some hot shit too. I just heard some new shit. Like, you know, niggas out here working, man. And
I think his daughter outside making noise right now too.
now he got these niggas called the Hoodies.
Okay, and obviously he got a daughter that makes music that's out now.
Well, yeah, she's dope too. But them hoodie niggas, that
he producing for them.
The young nigga.
Where they from?
He's a problem.
They from
That
New
little
York?
nigga, I think his name is Poppy. That little motherfucker, he's crazy. Let that boy cook. Let
Check
that
him out.
nigga cook. He's one of them ones.
Check them out. Word. So for artists that are looking to, take advantage of the services that y'all provide and all of that, they just go up there, they submit their music. Do you accept links on the site or?
Yeah, you can hit us on Instagram, 100mad or Onyx.
All right.
We got the 100mad Instagram. You can hit us up with new music. We always looking for new artists. It don't even have to be boom bap. It could be whatever. Shit, we can distribute any type of music, whatever you do. We can get it in the right places.
Are you doing any more acting, films, TV?
For sure.
What's coming up? Anything you could tell us?
Yeah. Now I want to produce my own movies. So I've been writing a lot. I wrote a movie called The Tunnel. We'll probably get the cameras up when it gets probably like February, March. And it's about the tunnel.
Okay.
There was a club called The Tunnel back in the days on 27th Street for Master Flex.
I never made it into the tunnel.
Right, well,
I was too young, but I know about it.
It's about the tunnel, but it's not about the tunnel. It's about these kids trying to get to the tunnel. So it's kind of like an action adventure, but the tunnel is.
It's gonna be about you, not
You know what? That's fire. And as a New Yorker, as a kid growing up in New York, I could really appreciate that. I'm gonna tell you why. 42nd Street as a kid was the club for us.
Yeah, and a damn
The arcade, like.
Oh, you remember that?
That was the adventure.
You remember that?
I'm 39. I'll be 40.
All right.
I'll be 40 in a couple months.
If you know about the arcade on 40 Duce, and you.
So it's just like.
Like I was on 40 Duce when I was 15.
And that was the best thing in the world.
I was like 86, nigga. I was on the Duce. My next door neighbor took me. Will, I was a young nigga in the city, like, oh.
And even in the 80s, it was way different from the 90s when I
Word.
finally made it up there. But
Word. Niggas
just
had-
going to 40 Duce was an adventure.
You
The
had to
train
get-
ride.
Your train ride, you got your little outfit on and shit, your hat, you can't go and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your Procast, whatever the fuck you was wearing.
In my era, we had the North Faces, the Jordans, you know what I mean? A good Yankee fitted. We was outside. That was the Valentine's date. Your little teeny.
was
Everything.
everything.
Take the
Yeah.
pictures. They got the everybody. They got. I remember they had Onyx up there too. They just spray painted pictures and shit on 42nd Street.
Yeah.
Then we was going to 125th. It was the same vibe.
Yeah, it was.
125 was popping.
It damn sure was.
For me, my memories in Harlem go back to like when I was real young. I used to march in the parade every year. You know what I'm saying? My mom was a city worker, so,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, you was telling me. You
Yeah,
was
so
telling
I
me.
used to work in the march in the parade, and every year, like the African American parade, like
I know
that
exactly
was
what you're talking about.
faithful.
Yeah, we used to go up there. Yep.
Yeah, used to finish up at the school. They used to feed us and all that. Like it's crazy. Like just thinking about that, just bringing back the memories.
Nostalgia.
We
Word.
moved to Jersey in '96 for the second album, and Jersey was close. The closest hood was Harlem. We was in Edgewater. We was
Okay,
the first niggas on River Road. All these niggas moved there after us.
And that's nice over
Still
there.
got
Real nice.
So you know we was one of the first niggas on River Road. Harlem was the next thing we can go to. So we was in Harlem every
Frequently.
Niggas thought we was from Harlem at one time. I was like, nah, we live, you know. But that's where the trees, the soul food, the people, you know. So we was definitely uptown a lot.
Yeah, so much culture in Harlem. Harlem reminds me a lot of Bed-Stuy. Like I feel like
Yeah.
Harlem and Bed-Stuy, like you know,
Yeah,
brother and sister.
brownstones.
Yeah,
That whole
same
feel.
type of vibe and
Yeah,
real
right,
rich
nah,
and
real
black
shit,
culture.
real shit.
Because like you think about when Spike did Crooklyn, like that was in the style. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, yeah.
Close to
I
Fort
auditioned
Green.
to that too.
Close to Fort Green for Spike Lee. Yeah. Fort Green type, yeah.
I mean, well, so we're gonna go Clinton Hill then, right?
That's
'Cause
what
Clinton
it is.
Hill's
It's
in
Clinton
between the
Hills.
two.
That's what it is. Clinton Hills is
But
like-
the thing is, depending on
Where Biggie and them lived at. That
Biggie technically lived in
that's
Clinton
style.
Hills.
He did.
Technically. But when you go down the block that you chill on,
You know
it's
what it
that
is? You
style.
know what it is? Nostrand where that probably separated Clinton Hills from, you know what I mean? That whole area.
But the thing is, we like if you from Brooklyn, we consider that the style. Like,
Right.
You
Yeah,
know what
that's
I'm
the
saying?
style.
Like when you any outside,
But when you get up towards Myrtle, it's a little bit
yeah. Well, Myrtle runs through that whole
exactly.
the whole strip. But yeah, so
Got us little pockets.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Spike Lee block was at. Was a nice block, right by the park and over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah. Downtown Brooklyn. Word.
I'm from Brooklyn,
Man.
so you
What
know,
part are you from?
Flatbush,
Where
What part of that was?
East 18th for Cotillion Road.
Get
Get the fuck out of here.
Album on.
I'm from
Our
Kensington.
neighborhood.
Tennis
You
court.
know Kensington?
Yeah.
Alright, but you know, so if you know Kensington, we just be like Flatbush. But when niggas know Kensington,
So what street you lived on though?
Caton.
Caton.
Caton Ave.
Okay, so
yeah.
you was on the other
Caton
side.
Ave, Ocean
Yeah,
Park.
You was on the
Ocean
other
Parkway.
Ocean.
Yeah.
Sticky lived on Ocean and H.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Right
crazy.
by Brooklyn College?
Yeah, right up
Nigga, we
there.
was flipping in the sandbox. I was just talking to somebody yesterday. Shout out to this dude named Ambrose. He was the coolest nigga in Brooklyn on Sticky Block. I never forget that dude name. He just had an ill name. But yeah, we used to go to Ocean Avenue, man. Ocean and H. Fucking around by the junction.
So like my running my stomping grounds is from Ocean Parkway to Ocean Avenue.
Okay.
Rest in peace, my partner D-Rock. He lived on Ocean Ave, so it was just like he lived on one side of the park and I lived on the other.
I went to Erasmus for 1 week.
You got,
Oh
kicked, you
my
got kicked
God.
out, had a couple fights.
I moved to Queens.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I heard that was the wild school.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why he said you got kicked out.
Most likely, like
Right.
who graduates from Erasmus? nobody that
Well, my
that
uncle
I was
starts
did.
there
there.
1 week and
My
then I
uncle
moved to
did.
Queens. Then I went to 202 years. So Erasmus is wild.
Yeah, I went to Grady. Grady was another wild school.
I transferred to Sheepshead. I don't know why.
I mean, going to school. The 90s was different, man. The 90s was different. So, you spoke about touring. I wanted to know, what's some of your favorite places that you've toured?
South America.
South America? Why?
Because the crowd is hype. There's no filter. Like they slam. It's the participation. They passionate. They ain't just stand on the wall. Europe, they getting a lot of people are going through Europe, so Europe is kind of getting cultured. But South America, it's still like
Still going crazy.
fuego, hot. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's fire.
But crazy. Russia is our biggest market though.
Why?
Really?
Russia relates to Onyx as hip hop. When Russia got its freedom or whatever in early 91 to 2, they were starting to get music shipped over there, whatever. So it was Onyx, Cypress Hills.
So y'all were their first introduction. So y'all
Kinda.
synonymous with hip hop to them. Got you.
Kinda, and then like the young kids were like going against the rock, the rock and roll kids. You know, what they call the punk rockers, and it was like hip hop against rock. So they would draw mad faces on the wall to represent hip hop. That represented just hip hop.
That's fire.
Not just
So for y'all, for them, y'all the godfathers of hip hop for them.
Yes.
Because y'all their first introduction.
Onyx, Limp Bizkit, the biggest shit in Russia.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you
We
something.
going back too.
I made a jacket for the golden era because that's the era I love, right?
Yeah.
And you guys were one of the.
Let's call it the platinum era, because niggas was going platinum. I don't know why they stuck on golden era. This is the platinum era.
All right, we could go with the. I only say golden because like it was just so pure and it was just like the best. Like we got platinum out there. We could go with the platinum. I like that. We could go with the platinum era.
Yeah.
But that era right there. So I did a jacket, and all the crews and labels that I was a fan of and that
Def Jam?
made noise. Everybody was on it. Def Jam, not Payday. I'm not familiar.
Ooh,
Payday. Who they had? Who
Gangstar.
Okay, Gangstar. I didn't know who they would sound to.
Yeah,
Alright,
Payday, right? Them niggas had all them niggas.
Everybody, Cash Money, NWA. What was
Loud Records?
Loud. What was Jam Master J's joint?
JMJ?
No, I didn't have JMJ.
JMJ was Jam Master J, Def Jam.
I mean, not excuse me.
EPMD?
J Prince.
Rap a Lot.
Rap a lot. Yeah, Rap a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I became a
Pack
fan.
got a lot.
I became a fan of Rap a lot through Sir Mix-a-Lot. Wasn't he on Rap a lot?
Scarface was
Scarface
yeah,
too.
Come
Yeah,
on, Brad,
yeah.
That Brad,
yeah.
nigga, I was on my Brad shit. Scarface was that dude. You talking that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scarface was definitely holding
He was
Houston
talking
down.
that shit.
Yeah.
When we went to Houston, he showed love too. The first time we went to Houston, he pulled up in a purple Corvette, some crazy shit with gold rims, some old wild country looking shit, and showed mad love. Just came through. He wasn't even performing. He just pulled up on us to make sure we was good. Word, never forget that shit.
I love the South, yo. It's just hard for me to stay there too long.
Yeah. I'm from the South. My whole family from the South. My
What
family's based in Alabama.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My pops lives in Alabama right now. He came to New York, did his thing, retired, went back to Alabama. Got a lot of cousins in Alabama. So I'm rooted from the South. Like,
It's crazy because I don't know anybody from Alabama, right? Except one friend and his family. And it's just like, yo, I don't know nobody from Alabama, and my cousin girl. And it's just like, you saying your family's from Alabama, like I never hear it. Like, you know, people be like, when people say the South, they be like Bamas. You know what I'm saying? Even though that comes from Alabama.
The real South.
But I'm like, yo, I never met a
Mississippi and
Bama.
Alabama.
Like, I don't know no Bamas.
Yo, the depot is ghetto, and they still. It seems like they stuck in like slavery times or some shit. I don't know. It's just
like sundown towns out there still and shit like that.
hell yeah.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Straight up.
Oh, one thing I forgot to ask, Onyx, why that name?
I don't know. It's like Big DS would say, it's a black stone that can't be broken. You know,
Makes sense.
It was just we just was looking for a name that just was different, and it just stuck. He, like I said, Big DS, rest in peace. He kept saying Onyx by Onyx. That was how originally it was Onyx by Onyx, and we just took the bionics off the shit. Just kept it Onyx. So when we told Jay the name of the group, he was like, "Oh, it has a ring to it." You know what I mean? And I like the letters. I like just the way the letters look. You know what I mean? Just
It's a fly logo.
it got you can't spell Onyx without New York. New York is in there. You see? NY.
That's a fact.
That's fire.
So, it looks like the Bronx almost. Like it's just
It's mixed up.
yeah.
NYC representative. That's what's up. So you say you're about to come back out to New York.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing when you get back out to Cali?
Taking care of my kids.
How old are your kids?
I got three boys, 2, 7, and 9.
2, 7, and 9. Okay.
So I'm on daddy time, but we about to do some film projects in LA too right now. I can't really talk about it. It's an NDA, but we about to do some film projects in LA. LA is just a good place to raise a family. It's very laid back, but I need to get back to the monster.
They say it's real crazy out there right now.
It's real crazy everywhere.
But they say especially out there right now. They say like people running into people's cars while they driving and all.
Nah,
like
I don't know about all that. I wish a nigga running my shit. Nigga gonna catch one. See, in Cali you can get a gun license no problem. So niggas is strapped the fuck up with authority to shoot your ass.
Laws are different.
And I want to say this too. Any kid listening out there, check your gun laws in your community, in your state, because you probably can get a gun license. Because I never got a gun license until 2-3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And it's so easy. I literally took 10 minutes to get a gun license. And you know, a lot of kids out here, you know, they want to have protection. They got guns but no license. So if you get caught with a gun or you shoot somebody, you don't have the right to. Just check it out. You might just be able to get a license and carry a gun. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
When you got your license in Cali, did it license you in multiple states or was it just for Cali?
Just California.
Okay.
That's why I said check your state. Check, every state is different. New York is hard to get a gun.
Yeah, there's no self-defense law in New York.
No, so you know this.
Well, now you can actually get one though. There's a process. It's hard to get it, but before you couldn't get it unless you did you worked in law enforcement or you handled over a certain amount of money.
Right.
But now you can, because they took it to Supreme Court, because we in the Constitution you have the right to bear arms.
You have the right to bear arms, you know, and a lot of people in jail with gun charges that could be avoided. So I just wanted to put that out there. Just, you know, somebody might take.
If you're gonna carry it, at least make sure you're legal.
That's it.
You know,
that's it.
Because we getting trapped off, and that's kind of like the sad thing with hip hop is because, you know, as a hip hop artist, you know, you need protection because you just never know. You know, people be jealous.
As
whatever.
a human being,
but especially as a famous person, it's not just as a human being, yes, but as a famous person, I feel like you're subjected to more risk than the average person because your profile is higher.
Yes, exactly.
And in hip hop, you know, we're often in areas where shit could go down.
Right, and we like to wear a lot of jewelry. Hip hop has, you know, the money thing is, you know, it's a quick come up for somebody, for a stick up kid. So yeah,
you feel it's worse now or back then?
Nah, niggas been getting stuck up. Niggas been getting stuck up, shot up, beat up, the whole shit. Ain't nothing
same
changed.
difference.
Same difference.
Okay.
Niggas shot Tupac for his shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the same niggas. You know, it's. Yeah.
Who your top? Yeah, let's go top five. Top five artists.
Top five artists.
Yeah.
I will put Nas number one.
Okay.
Lyricist from Queens. Jay-Z. You know, I gotta put B.I.G. You know, and then it gets tricky. You know, everybody's gonna say, of course, Rakim, and you know, Rakim. I lived that when Paid in Full came out. I was outside. I was in the park rapping in Baisley Park, so it affected me. You know, Slick Rick. First albums.
It's a good five right there.
Yeah.
You know, the five, but you got so many.
I'm sure it'll rotate.
And then you got Conway the Machine. He might slide to the top.
All right, so let's go current. Current in the last 10
Put like
years.
this, I will put Conway the Machine for fifth because he represents the new culture. But he's pen crazy, lyricist. If you know, he's, you know.
That's fire.
And I, you know, Benny is ill too. It's like, you know, it's hard for that fifth spot. But I would definitely put the fifth spot to somebody new like that because they're carrying the torch for what, you know, from the 90s.
Yes.
So, yeah. I would put Conway over Slick Rick. You know, and I love Slick, you know. Slick Rick's favorite song, he don't know, I know, but his favorite Onyx song is Attack of the Ballheads. And I never knew that. I was like, that's crazy. Because this nigga got a bald head. No, Slick Rick got a bald head because of Onyx, nigga.
Word?
Oh, really?
Really.
That's what's up.
Facts. Facts, nigga.
You said Michael Jordan too?
Yeah, Michael Jordan, Slick Rick, Jada Pinkett. Nah, real shit though. Y'all niggas don't believe me? Jada Pinkett got a boy because of Onyx, nigga.
Yo, you trolling me, man.
Facts, nigga.
Word?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Do the knowledge,
I thought they said she had alopecia or so. Nah? Okay.
Tupac.
Yeah.
So everybody
I'm
will
not
go ahead.
joking. Yo, see, I niggas think I'm playing. Jadakiss, Jadakiss said he got a boy because of Onyx. I'm telling you, man, I ain't lying. This is all factual. We started something with this boyhead shit, man.
Jada got a fro right now.
We
Just
just,
yo, nigga, you can grow hair.
I want LeBron to come over to the dark side. Snoop Dogg,
just get rid of it.
Come to the dark side, man. It's time to let it go.
Nah,
LeBron
I don't ever want to
to
see.
keep his hair.
Hold up. I don't ever want to see Snoop with a bald head in life. That I just don't like. Since I knew
see
Snoop,
it.
the nigga had long hair. Like from Murder was the case?
No, he started out with
a flat top.
no,
yes.
it wasn't even a flat top.
curls?
No, he started out with, nigga, it was just like a shape up.
I seen him with a fade.
Oh, yeah,
the
no,
first
that is-
video
He had a fade.
with Dre, he had the fade with the hot
yeah,
top.
the
a
hot
fade.
top.
Yeah, he had the hot top. And then he let his shit grow out, but
Right.
I don't want to see Snoop, boy. I just wouldn't look right. Like I had to adjust to Snoop with dreads. I finally got that. Like
Yeah, that's true. That was a transition.
that took a while for me to get used to Snoop lying.
Come to the dark side, man. It's time.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. But we doing this thing, and like I said, Onyx. Rest in peace to X1. Rest in peace to Big DS, and rest in peace to Jam Master J. You
Rest
know,
in peace.
We still got the flags up. Sunseed Love, my brother. He just had his 53rd birthday. He's not active with the group anymore, but we still keep it official with Sunseed. His brother just came home. Sunseed brother, 93. He got locked up for a simple crime, and they gave him 75 years to life.
Get out of here.
Damn.
He did 29 years in jail. 29 L Mob. I met this guy on Instagram. He said he'd get brothers out of jail, and he wanted me to do a drop. So while I did the drop, I sent the drop. I was like, "Can you get my friend out of jail? Because he has 75 years of life." He was like, 75? What did he do? I said, he just robbed a convenience store. He was like, "Give me the number." I gave him the docket number, whatever, the case number, whatever, his number, whatever they call that shit. 1 year later, he was out of jail.
Wow.
So salute to L Mob, Sunseed's brother from Onyx. He just came home doing
Salute.
29. He's out. So you know, we lose people and we gain people. People come back.
And that's unfortunate, man, because that's a hard lesson. That's a harsh lesson.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, we got to learn our lessons, but, like, over-penalizing people is crazy.
And he's just one of the thousands of
yeah.
brothers that's got locked up with no, like, you know, he knew Fredro. You know what I'm saying? What if I would have never made that call? He'd still be in jail right now. They railroading a lot of brothers in jail. A lot of brothers is in fucked up situations. So my man just called me from Otisville. My man Ike, man, from Brooklyn. So, you know, people be blessed. Blessed you got freedom, and get as much money as you can. Just get it. It's nothing to play with.
You
Come
ever
out.
thought you was gonna be where you're at now from when you started?
Nah. We, you know, like I said, it's one long day. You don't think about it like that. You just keep living. You don't think about where you're going. You just work.
Your story's rare. Most people plan or dream to be where you're at, and you and your friends, you guys just were inspired by other people, and then just got in the door and just kept on going from there. Like nothing was planned.
No, that's
Well,
not
by-
true.
maybe by God.
No, it was planned. We knew we wanted to be rappers. We planned that.
But the acting you didn't, right?
We didn't plan, but once we got into acting,
Mhm.
we took it serious. Get an agent,
it.
do this. You know, you plan. Now, okay, I learned the new profession. Let me plan to take it further. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? And
Okay.
getting to directing and learn how to direct and take it further to the next level. So, slight plan.
Okay.
I was on a plane with Run from Run DMC. We was going to China. We was going to Japan, and he said, "Without a plan, you ain't going nowhere." Never forgot that.
True indeed.
So yeah, man, we about to get out of here. We gotta look at some property in the Lower East Side. Real estate man blowing me up, looking for this headquarters.
Thank you for your time,
Definitely,
brother.
man.
Yes,
definitely.
Thank you for the
coming
interview.
by.
Yeah.
Definitely very insightful. Learned a lot, more than I knew. Appreciate you.
And
And,
shout to the Wu Tang, man.
yes,
we
yes.
was at the I met you, like you said, at the Wu Tang spot. They got a new film called The Wu Tang Experience. Dope, man. And I always respect the Wu, what they do. We from the same era. We got even records together. You know what I'm saying? So shout to the Wu.
Yes. Follow Fredro Starr, Instagram. Definitely hit up 100mad.com. A lot of different opportunities for artists. Get in tune. As you heard, you know, they're doing a lot of great things. They coming back out here to New York. So it's a lot of hungry artists out there. I know a lot of y'all personally. So y'all looking for opportunities. You serious? You got your shit together? Hit up Fredro Starr and you have opportunity.
It's work.
Thank you, my brother.
My
I
brother.
appreciate you. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes.
Good luck to everything you're doing.
Thank
And
Yes.
I'll definitely be tuned in
Yeah.
and continue to support.
Come on, brother.
Appreciate
Say
you.
less.
Yes,
Love.
yes.
Blah.
And we out.
That went well.
Yes, it did.
Yes, sir. Thank you. In My Lifetime Apparel is a clothing brand that believes in speaking positivity into existence. The 3 jewels in the logo stand for hope, education, and inspiration. LifetimeTees.com is the website, and my Lifetime Tees is the Instagram. Believe it, speak it, wear it is our company motto. Follow us on Instagram and check out our website.
Navigating in the Lincoln, smoking and I'm thinking how to expand my plan and get this shit jinking. Living through my traumas plus the passion of my mama. Still GED mentality, getting every dollar. Self-accountability increases my agility. I'm aware self-care increases my ability. Got a few bumps and bruises, I don't focus on the pain. Need water to live life, I don't focus on the rain. The earth is my turf, I make moves and plant seeds. I'm a man of vision, I see the forest before the trees. This ain't music, we communicate through frequencies. I do more, I say less, communicate less frequently. Those that get it, if you know, you know. Plant the seed, cultivate it, then you nurture the growth. The road less traveled is what led me to the light. Left the dead weight behind, cause I had to get right. This is life. Thought I told you that we won't. I thought I told you that we won't. Yeah, I thought I told you that we won't. I thought I told you that we won't. Yeah, I thought I told you that we won't. I thought I told you that we won't. Yeah, sitting in my room as I roll my spliff. Take a pull, kick back, reminisce. Anything I want, I had to grind and get. Time flies, watch word for bird on my wrist. I'm down to earth, but vibrate on high frequencies. I'm like a first class flight with the window seat. An extra leg room, cause I be running shit. I did it my way, and I'm loving it. You know me, on the move through the late night. Then it's back to the kitchen to get my cake right. Add protein mix to get my weight right. I show you how to do this, no stage fright. See, I think, plan, do, but you knew that. And if you witness the grind and say true that, money on my mind, $sign do-rag. Let's run up a check and get a new bag.